Welcome to the world of the warrior knight, a life of danger, discipline and surprising little horrors. This is Crypt of the Black Quill. Knighthood began as early as 7 years old. Boys of noble birth became pages, learning not only riding and combat, but reading, writing and courtly manners. This early education shaped them into warriors, but also into diplomats and courtiers, prepared for both battlefield and castle. By their teens, pages became squires, directly assisting knights. Donning full armour was a labour, 15 to 30 minutes to secure every strap, buckle and joint. Armour could weigh up to 60 pounds, and squires ensured mobility wasn't completely lost. On hot days, sweating in armour was brutal, and knights sometimes relied on squires to help, relieve themselves in battle or tournaments. Yes, they rarely had to deal with that while wearing steel. Knights could fight for hours in full plate, restricted but deadly. Armour offered protection, but heat, weight and fatigue were constant challenges. Squires carried spare weapons, helped mount horses and tend to wounds. Or, more embarrassing needs. Tournaments were both spectacle and practice. Knights charged each other with lances, testing skill, timing and courage. Wooden lances reduced fatal injuries, but accidents were common. Victories brought honour, wealth and reputation, and some tournaments lasted days, testing stamina as much as skill. A knight's arsenal was diverse. Longswords for close combat, lances for mounted charges, maces and war hammers to crush armour, and the shields carrying heraldry to identify them in battle. Mastery of all weapons was expected, and adaptability could mean life or death. The Hastings was centuries earlier, its lessons shaped knightly warfare. Mounted knights were the shock troops of the medieval battlefield. Their presence alone could inspire allies and terrify the enemy, while tactical skill determined the outcome. After years as a page and squire, the accolade marked the transition to a knight. Only those demonstrating skill, loyalty and courage could be knighted. Chivalry demanded courage, honour, loyalty and protection of the weak, but in reality, knights often had to survive in mud, blood and chaos. Armour wasn't invincible. Dents, scratches and broken straps told stories of battles survived. Knights maintained their armour meticulously, polished, repaired and battle-ready. Sometimes inscriptions and symbols or religious iconography were added for look and prestige. Squires were essential for survival, carrying spare weapons, helping knights mount and tending to their minor wounds. They were often the difference between life and death. And yes, they were also the ones who might help their knight. You guessed it, use the toilet during long campaigns. Knights were expected to fight bravely, lead wisely and uphold honour at all times. A single failure could mean disgrace, or worse. They trained constantly to maintain strength, precision, control, both in battle and in court. Campaign life was gruelling. Long marches, poor food and the heavy weight of armour tested endurance. Hygiene was minimal, sleep was scarce and every knight had to stay alert for sudden attacks. Yet their role was crucial. They combined strength, intellect and courage into one formidable package. From stables to battlefields, tournaments to sieges, knights embodied a world of danger, honour and endurance, often in ways far messier than we could ever imagine. Knights were expected to demonstrate bravery, skill and loyalty in every action. They fought for their liege, their honour and their ideals of chivalry. A knight's reputation was as important as their combat skill. Failure in either could mean disgrace or death. Thank you for exploring the shadowed world of the warrior knight with Crypt of the Black Quill. Subscribe and join us for more dark corners of history, where the stories are as real as the steel.